Hey, Luke Tully here. Just wanted to create the little bit of a recording here on the work that we did for Banku's Discounter. It is a sofa cover, chair cover, recliner cover, and basically the pitch is instead of buying a new couch, and it's a lot cheaper and more environmentally friendly. So that's the business. It's actually located in the Netherlands, so you can see everything is in Dutch. Which is an interesting challenge that we had, but we were able to collaborate with the team and really get things figured out, right? We did everything in English, and then they helped us convert it to Dutch. So the issue that they're having is twofold. One is conversion rates, and the other was return rates were really high on this website. So basically, we did some analysis and looked at the Google Analytics, what their primary sellers are, and things of that nature. And we actually developed a concept for design for them that we think would be a lot better. And we also observed some of their competitors and people that are doing a lot bigger numbers or a bigger size business, basically, just see what they're doing, right? So they had an idea of what the competitors are doing, what their competitors look like, and they just weren't, necessarily pleased with their site as well. They felt like it was a little too much discount oriented. It didn't really give them that high-end look and feel. We noticed that the navigation was there, and although it exists, it was actually missing some products, and there's a few products that were actually quite hard to find. That is that, and this is their current site. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward, but there's some spacing issues, a little bit design issues. You can just tell it's a bit of an out-of-box theme, right? That's kind of the gist. So they hired us and said, hey, we want to accomplish 3 different things and elevate the brand, basically make it look higher end and not just seem like a discount store. Secondarily, increase conversion rates, and third, reduce their return rates because they were having issues with their people returning things on a very high basis, basically. So let's just dig in a little bit. I'll show you a few other pages. So this is their collection page, and this is their product page. So again, as you can see, even there's some issues here on this page specifically too. It doesn't even solve if I go out further. So as you can see, there's some issues, right? There's definitely some problems with these, and as you can see, the shopping experience is a little weird. If I click basic material, I only see 2 colors. I actually can't click on any of the other colors. If I click knitted, only 4 are highlighted. If I click velvet, I think it's only going to be a select. Yeah, see, I can't click on green or light gray. So as you can see, it's a little bit problematic. And then when I get to size, MAAA size, and then we have this arbitrary M1, M2, M3, M4, which is kind of their own system they developed. So I had to click on this, and then I'm like, okay, now I got to figure out how to measure it. Then I got to go back and figure out color and whatnot. As you can see, a little bit more back and forth. There's some content down here I don't think is actually terrible. But yeah, so this is the current, or this is the previous version of the website, right? So we definitely have a more basic product page design moving forward, but I think, as we work together more and more, I think we'll probably enhance the content, definitely. So yeah, this is the old website. Now let's pull over the new one. So we use a Shopify premium theme. It's called Broadway. Doesn't really matter what premium theme it is. Every single theme has its own pros and cons, if you will. So this is the site we built for them. We actually did some custom design work with our design team, and we put this together. So as you can see, it's a little bit cleaner, right? We have a good presentation of what they're offering right away. We know what they sell and we know what they do. I don't know exactly what this says, but I think it's about enhancing their interior and whatnot. My Dutch is getting better. What can I say? We have their key 3 propositions or selling propositions, USPs. And then we have how it works. So this is like, step 1, you got to find your cover, then measure, and then you basically get it sent to your house, right? And so if they click on these call to actions, we actually send them to a category section. So if you remember, there were some things in the navigation. I mean, first off, you can see the navigation is cleaned up, right? This is like a much easier to navigate. It's very easy to see what they offer, and it's very clear and very, very obvious about how I get to places, right? But even then, we actually have this section here which outlines the categories very well, in my opinion. And a lot of these actually are just a link to a product page. You don't even have to go much further. And we're visually displaying the images, right? So we go back up. We basically have how it works. We have this section, which is like the featured products. So pretty standard on a lot of e-commerce websites to feature some of your products. The cool part is we actually are able to incorporate the images. And as you click through, you can see the most popular colors. And styles, which I think is pretty freaking sweet. And we actually built this using Shopify, and we did a lot of custom work to actually make that happen. This is not out of the box theme stuff. This is definitely more custom Shopify stuff. That's why I got a smile on my face, because this type of stuff is really fun. It's a really fun time. This is what we specialize in. So basically, that's an interactive feature where I can actually view things before I even jump into the product, which is pretty cool, like I said. We have some social proof, so this is actual images of the covers. I mean, look how nice that looks. Not to show them off too much, but as you can see, it definitely like uplifted these couches, right? And this is like kind of the U shape that they were talking about at the bottom there. We got the categories again. We have just sign up for a new newsletter. Very basic, very clean. Just, hey, sign up for the newsletter, you get 5% off. This is their blog section. This is about them. And then we have basically ways to contact them, like a very clear with icons. Like I don't have to read, say, hey, need help. And I can just click on one of these icons without really even reading the text. We have footer, pretty basic, nothing too crazy about the footer. I think the main thing for me though is the mobile design. We realized through, sorry about that. We realized through basically their data is that like 80% of their traffic's on mobile. So if we look at the mobile experience, I think this is actually even better. If we click on this, we have even these little icons that show it off. We have some social proof, some ways to contact them, and I actually like this view a lot better. Not to say desktop is bad, it just wasn't a massive priority for us on this project. So, very similar functionality, but I actually like how it's a full image, and I can actually get an idea what that looks like, which is pretty sweet. Let's dive into a product. I actually see the difference as far as experience is concerned. So right away, I have these images where I can just swipe through. Pretty cool. We actually include some more social proof here. So I think in the old site, we didn't even have the reviews listed below and how many they actually have. I think it's key to know they have 488 reviews. That's a lot. Even if it is a small company, like I think that actually goes to show you, okay, this product's actually pretty good and people like it, which is very important to show right away. We have, again, their unique selling propositions. I think it's like same day shipping and, you know, this many different things sold or purchased. So, and it's very similar, right? If I click, I can kind of see the difference, fabrics and whatnot. But actually this says pick size, and then we can actually view all the materials. So take a look at this. I love this view on mobile. Look at this. I mean, I basically know exactly how much it costs. I know the color, and I also get an idea of the color before I even click. So if I know I don't like green, or I don't have to read, right? Like I know this is red, right? I don't have to read that. And then this kind of explains the different types of materials. If I scroll down, it explains the different type of materials and when you would use it and why you would use it. With the basic kind of being towards the bottom, and they're able to prioritize this too, by the way. Like they can just show these whatever order they want to. And we basically use a custom functionality within our code to show these individual different color swatches as well. But as you can see, already the experience is much easier to actually shop around and just look through things versus having to click on drop downs and figure it out, right? This is definitely a better experience. Now, the next thing, as far as returns and as far as sizing is concerned, I actually click on pick size, and that takes me to the next step. It actually shows, right? It's like, hey, I need to measure this. If you read this below, it kind of tells you what exactly you need to do and what you need to actually pick. So basically, once I measure my couch or that part of my sectional couch, then I click on this size, right? So again, instead of separating out the instructions and the picking of the size, we actually combine that into a single view, which is pretty freaking cool. Just imagine how much easier this is for somebody to actually buy something, right? And if I go to pick size, same story. I need to measure the length of the boot, or was it chase? I think it's called the chase, and then pick that. And then this means add to cart, and then I click add to cart, and boom, I have my knitted black M4, which again, is arbitrary to many different people, but what we did is we basically made sure that this was very clear to the user what the sizes are, what it means, what the ranges are, and how to measure it, right? And then we just go to checkout. Boom, we're in checkout. So I don't think I showed the collection page, which we can. I don't know why this is taking a while. Might be lagging a little bit. But let's go to collection page really quick and just show how clean that looks now. So again, we have all the different products you can kind of click through. And then let me show you desktop view. If I click on filters, this is pretty cool. If I click on filters, we actually are leveraging Shopify's filtering system. and we are able to actually enhance this, right? So if I click on red, then I see all the different red things they have to offer, which is pretty cool. Not sure on the difference between these two, but again, this is their product mix. I'm not really sure. But what's cool is I can pick more than one, right? I can kind of click around and see the different colors. So anyway, you get the gist. We're using the Shopify system. I can clear filters. I can just go back down to like dark blue only. So you can kind of see how it's much easier shopping experience, even on the collection page itself. Seems there's a little bit of a theme bug there. We didn't do anything with that. So anyway, looks like that needs to be adjusted. And hey, nothing's ever perfect. What can I say? There's always room for improvement on every website. And as you can see, I feel like we accomplished what they're looking for. And just talking with the owner this week, and they're pretty excited about the results, and they just want to keep making things better. So looking forward to continue working with them, and very excited about this end result we were able to accomplish. I think this really achieved a better shopping experience for everybody. And as you can see, like, it's just so clean and so easy to shop. And again, this is using the competitors and kind of looking at what's in the market, what's working, what's not. And again, the product page is actually pretty basic at the moment. But again, I think we'll enhance this content as we progress together. So anyway, thank you everybody so much. Appreciate this. Just want to throw this content out there and just show you what we're doing here at DexTech. I think it's super cool stuff. And if you have a more complicated product, or you just feel like you're not giving the person the best user experience possible, I mean, this is what we do, right? There's a whole system behind all of this where the client is able to actually control this data, control what these swatches look like, control what options are on each product. And again, by working through us, we're always going to be consistently improving this and making it better. And yeah, that's just what we do, guys. So with that being said, appreciate y'all. You can find us at www.dextech.com. My name is Luke Tall. I'm the CEO and founder, and look forward to seeing you next time. Peace out.